Hey guys, so this is going to be me talking about my kinds of seizures I have. I'm not going to say epilepsy because epilepsy is a neurological thing, and I also have a psychological based seizures, so it's kind of like really confusing. And I'm making this video because not everyone knows about it. Not even my dad for a little bit. He didn't know that I had both a version of epilepsy and non-epileptic seizures, so yeah, let's just get into it. So first off, I'm going to talk about my epilepsy. I have juvenile myoclonic epilepsy. So juvenile, I'm young, juvenile, bam, easy. Epilepsy, it's a neurological thing. What can you do? And then myoclonic, the three parts. Myoclonic just means it's mostly going to be twitches. I'm also photosensitive, so if I see a bunch of flashing lights and stuff, I will just get really dizzy and twitch a lot, to say the least. It's not much. You just have to lay down and close my eyes, basically. Just can't see it. But yeah, that's just my juvenile myoclonic epilepsy. I also have psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. So that means my stress, my emotions, my mental health status, all that stuff can cause some like pseudo seizures, mostly like dissociative or absent seizures. So having also like, I'm gonna now tie that in with my borderline personality disorder symptoms of bipolar 2. It's just like we don't know if it is the same or different. And then also extreme depression, that makes it a little bit more complicated too, because it means I'm much more likely to have stress seizures. I also have functional neurological disorder. This might have replaced the psychological non-epileptic seizures, because that's more of a catch-all, because it's not only seizures, it's also some other neurological issues that can come out based on psychological stressors, or some stress, basically. That's it. Not a big deal. So, what does this all mean? Well, I twitch a lot. Basically, every day I have a lot of twitches. My limbs aren't good, and whenever I'm really stressed, sometimes it's good. I'm paralyzed, which is like, for some of the times whenever I'm like insanely depressed, we get into that state, which is just suicidal. So if I'm paralyzed, yay, I can't hurt myself. It's a perfect scenario. Sometimes it's just a bunch of twitches, sometimes I'm just stuck really dizzy and laying down, and sometimes I just need to sleep. Sometimes I get super stupid. It's complicated. The juvenile myoclonic epilepsy also affects memory and speech. So I can talk normally a lot. Sometimes I mess up. Like, I can't really say phenomenal. It's not easy for me to actually say. I have to try hard to say phenomenal. It's like a hassle. Memory, that's a really big issue. I lose a lot of my memories. I don't remember much of my past. I barely remember my childhood. I have little snippets here and there. I don't remember much of high school. I remember a few snippets here and there. Just my life is kind of very blank. So it's hard to remember that I am 21. I've lived for 21 years. I don't even remember most of it. So yeah, it's pretty tough, but not too bad. That's just, it's mostly just a bunch of twitches. So like sometimes I'll just randomly just look like that, and then it's just like, and some people are just like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. There is also a rarity where you can have grand mal seizures, which is like the stereotype for seizures. You pass out basically and you just twitch up a storm sometimes. It's more like muscles contract, so your muscles just all contract at once and they're just like constantly moving. So if you have a grand mal seizure, you might not notice, because like for me, whenever I had grand mal seizures, there was no early signs. It was just bam, bam, I woke up, a period of time happened later, and my body was sore. So it was the best exercise ever. How to get fit? Have a bunch of seizures. But sometimes it's really bad. So I think my first seizure ever was due to medicine mishaps. That's what I think. I have no idea for real. But what happened was I was in a psych hospital, and I just took a different med the night before, and I woke up. My blood pressure was insanely low. It was like 60/40, so really bad. And then that evening, my mom was there, and I was teaching her chess, and then I ended up like gurgling or something. It wasn't really gurgle. It was like kind of like, ugh. Like I was kind of growling, like roar, and my face was purple. So that happens sometimes. It hasn't happened in a while. I've had a total of 3 grand mal seizures in my life. The first one, as soon as I got home to my parents' house, I had another one. I fell off the desk. And another one was I was playing Magic the Gathering. We were just about to start, and boom, bop, bing. I woke up 15 minutes later. No one cared. That was hilarious to me, even though that's also really dangerous. So, yeah, it can be a lot of complications. Like, I know sometimes, I think my functional neurological disorder causes my diaphragm, which is a muscle, that's how you breathe, it causes it to tighten up and not allow me to breathe. So sometimes I'm just like unable to breathe, and it's like sucky. And so sometimes it's also just twitching, so it's like my breath is weirder, so it's like weird. But yeah, so there's that. Functional neurological disorder is just when you can't explain it, and it's not a neurological disorder technically. Functional neurological disorder is just any neurological disorder can happen because of stress. So yeah, extra painful. And the last one is psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. That's pretty obvious. That's just, I can have the dissociative seizures from being super stressed out, which luckily I don't have much stress. I don't really carry anxiety anymore. I'm still diagnosed with anxiety disorder, but I'm really comfortable in my life. It's pretty great. I think the big thing is depression. I get attached to people really easily too, so that's also a thing. So it's just really complicated. That's the premise of it. I will probably be making a video later on talking about how this affects my ability to just enjoy stuff. So like my epilepsy is affected by soda too. Caffeinated drinks cause me to twitch a lot more too, so I don't really drink soda anymore. I've been doing it a little bit lately. It's annoying. I can feel my body tensing up and just doing little bursts, so that's fun. But I'm gonna also be talking about like how it can be affected by drugs and alcohol, because that's a really big issue for me. And then the last thing is medicine. There's no real medicine for functional neurological disorder and psychogenic non-epileptic seizures other than mental health meds. And my epilepsy med is Divalproex. It's good for juvenile myoclonic. Another good one that my sibling had when they were taking medicine for their epilepsy, they were taking, I believe it was, I don't remember, oxcarbazepine. Yeah, that was the one they were taking. So it helped them for a while, but stuff happened and they passed away. So it's a very sad thing, just really sad, and it's like horribly traumatic for the whole family. And if y'all want, I can make a video on like kind of my reaction to it, because I've been very good at holding in my emotions. So I've kind of learned that because I am so susceptible to emotions, most of the time I translate my sorrow and depression and all that stuff to happiness. Because if I can't be happy about it, what else is there for me to be? I'll be sad about it, and that's no fun. That's not going to be beneficial for the world. If I'm happy, I can help make other people happy too. So it helps. So yeah, that's basically it for all of that. Lots of medicines, lots of epilepsies. Woo! Not much to say else. But yeah, so that's it for today. If you liked it, enjoy, like, comment, critique me. I would love to know any information as possible. Yeah, enjoy. Farewell. Bye.